both of our players who have fought really again to get to this spot.
They're both really strong players. Oh my goodness. What a game.
And we are ready to get this match underway. Everyone, and welcome to War Machine Weekend 2015.
Yep.
I'm here with Will Hungerford, our organized play developer. I'm Will Shick, the business director of Privateer Press, and we are here for the finals match in this Iron Gauntlet qualifier series at War Machine Weekend.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to see somebody we've seen on the last two games
Yep.
live stream. Brian White is going for everything.
For everything, all the marbles.
Yeah, he's playing the same amazing list he played last round.
Yep.
And he's going to be fighting Bret Fogel.
Yep.
Using, I think, a slightly different list than he was using in his last round.
A very different list, actually.
Against Jordan Knox.
This list specifically that Fogel put together is very much suited, I think, in knowing he's taking the Harbinger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys were playing on tables right next to each other. And despite the intensity of Fogel's game versus Jordan Knox, which was a nail biter,
that game was
nail biter. You know that he looked over at that table and saw that Harbinger list and was like, okay, if I get there, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So you've got Kruger the Stormlord, a Gorax, Getorix, Megalith, 2 Warp Wolf Stalkers, basically all the beasts. You got 2 Blackclad Wayfarers, Gallows Grove just for funsies, Una the Falconer with a Rotterhorn.
Nice.
I can't wait to see that combo on the table because it can just be gross. Gatorman Witch Doctor solo, 2 units of Shifting Stones, and then my favorite, and the one we've been talking about a lot this weekend, is 2 units of Croak Raiders.
2 max units of Croak Raiders.
2 max units of Frogs.
So let's go over Brian's list real fast. Brian brought the Harbinger and the entire Protectorate.
Yep.
So he's got a Devout and a Reckoner in our battle group. Then he's got a Minquire, a unit of Daughters of the Flame, 2 units of Night Exemplar, a maximum unit of Exemplar Avengers.
Yep.
Rovan and the Bodyguard, max unit of Exemplar Errants with their UA. Gravis, Nisia, Vilman, Knight Exemplar Seneschal, Errant Seneschal, the Covenant of Minoth, a Vassal of Minoth, Rax, Kel Balok, and Saxon Oric.
Yeah, just hanging out.
That's everything.
It is everything you can take, pretty much.
I'm not sure if that is literally every model that could possibly take it in Protectorate, but it's close.
Yeah, well, so our scenario today is going to be Recon for this final battle.
Yep.
It's one that we've seen a lot recently in terms of just playing in the office, playing in Iron Gauntlet itself. This was the final scenario for the Worlds last year as well.
On that sweet table.
So with it, there's no kill box. You get 1 point for controlling the zone, 2 points for dominating the zone.
Yep.
1 point if you can dominate a flag on the sides. And, of course, you have to destroy your enemy's objective before you can start dominating or controlling the zone itself.
Yep.
But that'll also net you 1 CP. You need 5 CPs for the win, or Warlock or Warcaster Assassination.
Yep. Both these guys brought the Effigy of Valor as their objectives, so it has that nice fearless aura and also provides cover if you're behind it.
Yeah. And, just both casters really want to play 2 scenarios well, which I think is going to be very interesting in this matchup. You've got the Harbinger, obviously, who can lock people out with her feet, and you've got Kruger, who pushes people out with his feet.
Yep.
So a good response, I think, in terms of once the Harbinger does her thing, Kruger's going to be able to respond by using Hurricane to kind of throw Brian's models out of the zone as best as possible.
Looking at the table, we got 2 forests up at the top. We have the zone with the objectives, and that's a hill in the middle. We have a straight-up obstruction down towards Brian's side of the table, a shallow water with one of the flags in it.
Let's be honest. That is our favorite terrain feature of the weekend.
The pool.
That is the pool.
And there's guaranteed to be someone in the pool this time.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, this will not be another pool game.
Okay.
Guaranteed a model enters that pool this
Guaranteed
time.
there'll be a model in the pool.
And then we've got the linear obstacle over on Bret's side.
Yep.
So Brian won the roll-off to go first. Brett chose the side with the linear obstacle on it. And right now it looks like they've both deployed and are in the advanced deployment stage.
Yep.
In case you don't know which side is Brian White's, he's wearing a jersey with his name on it, so it's hard to miss.
And then we've got Fogel in his Canadian team World Team Championships jersey as well. I really like the design of that. It's basically just this behemoth moose.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty hardcore.
It's pretty rad
I would be
looking.
terrified of it. You don't want to see a moose with 2 bombards coming off of its shoulders, man.
I don't want to see a moose. In general, those things are terrifying.
I mean, if you can see a moose from a distance, but they're vicious creatures.
Oh, yeah, like at the zoo, maybe. But not
no,
in person.
zoo moose, they're the worst.
Oh?
Zoo moose are bloodthirsty. They've been trapped. They're there against their will, man. They're not interested
I
in
did
being
not
there.
realize that any moose was a carnivore of any kind.
Oh, they are. They
eat
get a
meat.
taste of human flesh, and it's all over. Why do you think so few people live in Canada? It's all the moose rampaging in the north.
don't know.
There's like a forest of darkness. It divides everything.
I don't know that anything you're saying is true, but I'm going to believe you.
You know, it should be true.
It should be true.
It should be true. So we have Bret finishing up his advanced deployment here, throwing out those first unit of Croak Raiders.
Look, they're Croaks. They're set up by the pool.
Yeah.
You've got amphibious.
They're going in the pool.
I guarantee them.
They have no need to go in the pool, though. Like, there's no point in them going in the pool.
To prove me right.
Oh, I see. I'm going to laugh when those things take a beeline and just run towards the forest.
I'm sure it's going to happen.
Obviously, the game against Jordan Knock was a nail-biter for Bret.
Kruger got straight knocked down and got charged by like 3 mechanothralls and shot at by like a raider captain and lived through it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
You can never count Kruger out, you know. He's pretty dodgy.
I think Jordan was saying after the game, between like the models he brought and the recursion, because he brought dude spam, that Bret had killed like 120 some odd models.
Well, Bret went into that game telling Jordan that he was going to kill every mechanical thrall twice.
Yeah.
He was going to kill double the amount of mechanothralls that were brought on that table.
And he did. We can see a crowd starting to form. There's a lot of people on the other side of the camera that it's hard to catch, but people starting to form up, watch the game, live stream with their eyes, as it were.
I mean, it's definitely going to be the original live streaming.
The original live streaming. They don't get our sweet, buttery voices providing commentary.
They also can't see our sweet telestrations, our drawings. Players shake hands, and Brian's first turn of this qualifier finals match begins. So he allocates 1 to the Reckoner.
Yeah, he's going to Spellbury the Harbinger and just sort of advance. Not that Kruger is going to get, or Harbinger would be spell assassinated on bottom of 1, but, you know.
You never know. It could happen.
I mean, I guess it's technically possible.
Well, according to Plummer, you know, it's always possible if you just cheat.
Yes, if you cheat, anything's possible.
Anything's possible?
And if you cheat, you just make it what you want. So the Errants are running. You can see they're towing in on the hill, getting ready to defend the zone. What do you think? The Harbinger's going to feat this turn or not? You think he's going to wait to top it 2 or just knock it out now with all those Croak Raiders?
All the Croak Raiders with the AD, I think he feats turn 1. Unlike in the last game that he played, where holding the feat until the Harbinger was positioned to start scoring on that flag was the right move. Here, with the Croaks being so far up the field, I think he wants to shut that down immediately.
Looks like that's Kel Baylock walking in the forest.
Kel. Kel had a better game last time than he did yesterday, where he just got pin-cushioned.
Yeah. Daughters are running. A couple of them towing the hill, getting in position to stab them some Croaks. If they all don't get, you know,
corroded first.
Murdered by flaming spears.
Flaming spears. Flaming darts, really. Addle-addles, if you will.
Yeah.
It's just a fun name to say. The Reckoner runs forward in a position. That Reckoner had a poor showing against Mold last game. Basically showed up just to get smashed.
So the Min Choir's advancing. We've only got 2 jacks, so just enough to protect them. Vassal is running up behind them.
Yep. It's an interesting, it's an interesting table layout, really, with where the flags are positioned. The one in the pool, more accessible in some ways than the one behind the forest.
Yeah.
But I think, by and large, this action's all going to be in that center zone.
So Harbinger advanced up and looks like no feat.
Interesting.
So guess who's batting 0 now, boy?
Is that how we're going?
Yeah.
We'll see if somebody winds up in that pool then.
So Saxon Orc walked up. Looks like he gave the Vengers Pathfinder with his reconnaissance ability. Covenant's just running. Vengers are probably just going to book it through the woods, start setting up up on that top flank. Yep, Vengers are running.
Now, thus far in all the games we've watched with Brian, those Vengers have just been key players in terms of not even contributing all the time, but just in the threat that they pose.
Yeah.
With their great speed.
They get work done.
They do.
And with Crusader's Call, and if you need a guided hand, just in case you have something crazy you really need to hit, like Harbinger makes what's already a really hard-hitting unit even better.
Well, and they don't die. So
right, and they don't die. Aaron Seneschal is just kind of moving up towards the top of the forest. We're going to see the regular. What is that? Oh, that's Gravis. He's making his advance run.
Now, you want to talk about a name that we've said a lot whenever Brian's playing. It's Gravis. That man has done a ton of work.
Actually, the name I said the most in Brian's last game was Nisia because she was unkillable.
Well, Nisia has remained unkillable as well.
Oh, is she in this list?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in this list. Oh, excellent.
She's here.
We'll see if she keeps mocking everything that gets put in front of her and murdering it.
Now, to be fair, in the last game, Martyrdom is what saved her, as opposed to the game before against
where she couldn't
JVM,
be hit. Yeah.
where they refused to hit anything.
Where she kept walking out of melee with a Naga Knight like her, killing a few things, then sprinting back and being like, "What's up, stupid?"
being like, "Hug me, hug me."
So we see the regular Knight Exemplar on that side running. Pretty basic turn from Brian. He's just being very careful with his positioning and running everything up.
And that'll end the turn for Protectorate. So going to Bret's first turn.
Bottom of 1.
See the Witch Doctor advancing, zombifying some frogs. So I'll give them tough and undead. You see the Croak Raiders getting close to that pool.
Now, might be a little difficult to see from our camera angles, but the 2 Croak Raiders do have
They have a very different color scheme.
They have a different color scheme.
You got yellows and greens.
Yeah.
You can also kind of see the throat colors are a little different, but very distinguishable. See a shot happening.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's with must be with a flaming dart based on the range.
Oh yeah, taking a pot shot at a daughter.
Another dart.
Yep. Just shooting at things on hills. Can I roll Byaxcars? No. Okay, cool.
Nothing.
The other 3 hiding behind the wall.
Darts come cheap.
Do they?
Yeah. You just make them. There's a forest up there. Just get some sticks, set them on fire, start throwing it. If frog people started running at you with flaming sticks, you'd be afraid.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. If half the things if anything in our setting ran towards me.
They're big throat sacks, like.
You know what? Like maybe if a mechanic ran toward. No, I take that back. The guy's got a freaking wrench the size of a baseball bat.
It is pretty big. So green unit of Croaks advancing forward. These are the ones that are zombified.
I wouldn't be scared by a squire.
A squire?
Yeah, if a squire ran towards me, I'd be like, that thing's adorable.
Until it kicked you in the shin.
That's fine. I'd still be okay with that.
You'd be okay with that? So green Croaks.
Was like 1 hit?
Yep, 1 hit, destroyed.
First blood.
Those frogmen.
Game over. It's his first blood game.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. See a bunch of shots at the rest of the errants on the hill.
Yeah, just taking pot shots at errants.
Got 1.
You know.
That's 2 down.
Yep.
And Gravis getting fed up with souls again.
Getting fed up with souls.
I'm
tired of all these
tired
souls.
of them.
Ah, look at that, man.
There you go.
Clear 3
down.
guys off the hills.
And that gives Gravis all the souls he needs. Looks like taking stock here of what else he's got. Kruger's going to advance, flitting over those stones, getting right behind that objective. Stormwall gets cast. No surprise there.
Stormwall's
going to be solid against those errants.
Against errants, against Nisia, maybe might come up against the Reckoner.
Maybe.
Saxon Orc doesn't like it. Kel doesn't like it.
See a lightning storm getting shot out there, just to cut off some of the table. Love those AoE denial effects.
Yep.
And a great deviation there, honestly. That's
pretty
much
rad.
what he wanted.
Got his custom lightning storm template, so that you can't possibly miss what it is. It's
very blue.
Literally a lightning storm.
He also uses it for his druids when they cast their little
vortex
ability. Yeah,
but those are smoke clouds. Those aren't lightning vortexes.
They are when he casts them.
Well, yeah, actually, that's not true.
There goes Megalith. And we got Una casting Watcher and advancing.
Yep.
I love what the Rotterhorn plus Una can do with Blackcloud Wayfarers.
Oh,
it is gross.
I am interested to see if he's able to pull it off and how many models die.
Yeah,
this turn or not this game.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Shifting stones are going to shift.
Teleporting around.
Man, have you ever read the model? Like those things just shift around by themselves.
Yeah, they're sentient.
And They just go where they're most needed.
Yeah.
The idea of, like, I'm sleeping in bed and a bunch of, like, stones teleport around my bed and just port me on my roof.
Yeah.
Because they're just jerks.
That's where you need
like,
you get the vindictive stones.
Or they just, like, they port you outside.
Yeah.
Then they go around you, and they just keep porting you out into the woods.
Sure, why not?
You in the whole bed. You just wake up one day.
What am I doing?
Like, I'm 50 miles from home in the desert. There's a pair of stones, and they just leave.
So both the stalkers basically run, but for not full distance. Getrix runs, also not for full distance, but putting Fury out there. Gorax is going to rile and run, zip forward. So Bret with plenty of folks or Fury out there now. Next unit of stones is going to port as well.
Yep.
Bloop.
But in a helpful manner, not a trollish manner.
Not in a trollish manner?
Yeah, not like I was describing.
Remains to be seen.
We'll see. We got 2 black-clad Wayfarers left to go. They're just running. The other one's going to go. He's going to run.
He's getting right behind that wall.
He's going to fall over, get back up.
That's what you do, and that's the end of turn 1.
Top of 2, back to Brian.
All right. So obviously one of the critical elements in this game, if you want to win by scenarios, you've got to take out your opponent's objective.
Yeah. Which can't be hurt yet.
Not yet.
Not until the next turn.
So Brian measuring that massive 20-inch control area. Pointing to the pool. So they're quickly confirming what that pool is. And
I
where
think they're deciding
begins and ends.
where the actual water or what the edges are.
So now the obstruction's being discussed, if it's the base or the obstruction itself. Just getting some clarification out of the way.
All right, so you were wrong last time. Chances on the Harbinger popping feet this turn. 100%?
I'd say 90. There's a small chance he jams with a bunch of dudes and decides not to pop the feet. Because if he dives in there and he knows things aren't really going to move in the first place, why pop feet?
But then if you're jamming, what are you holding feet for?
I don't know. You're waiting until he clears the jam? Then on your next turn you pop it?
God. That's going to be turns. Turns and turns and turns.
I mean,
the errants are just advancing, it looks like. Or is that a run?
That looks like a run. Yeah, that's definitely a run.
Yeah.
That guy.
Foreshizzle, that dude ran.
That guy flew. So, yeah, with that positioning there, with the run,
yeah,
I think we're seeing feet. We are seeing feet this turn.
Harbinger's feet is not one you typically hold past turns 1 or 2.
You know, every once in a while you see somebody who does it. They don't usually win.
No.
But, you know.
Like turn 5, you're like, charge, cast Cataclysm, feet.
Yeah.
And they're like,
come get me.
Oh, okay. Yep, feet just got popped.
Yep.
Boop. Develop's going to spell barrier the Harbinger and then advance, so she is well protected from any Kruger shenanigans.
So the Avengers activate next. We'll check some lanes here. See if he can't get to
he's going to
that
take that
Gallows
tree out.
Grove. Yeah. Murder a tree. This is why I signed up for this holy order of knights, to chop down trees.
It looks like they've got Pathfinder again from Saxon Orc.
Yep.
He must have activated while we were being foolish.
Entertaining.
Yeah, entertaining. Those 2 Avengers are running.
Kind of get nice and spread out there.
Yep.
Using that large command range.
There goes the leader to keep some sort of coherency.
So everything is in formation. Leader in the center.
Auto hits the Gallows Grove and just blows the tree in half.
Murders a tree.
Yeah. Covenant's going to advance, and it is going to sing. Let's find out. So no spells.
I mean, given that he's facing nothing really with knockdown or stationary besides those stone sprays from the Wayfarers, that's probably the right way to go.
Kel walked up. Didn't really do anything.
He's learned to bide his time at this point.
Yeah, he knows what happens.
You take a few arrows to the face, and you start to be a little more conservative. So we see a proxy base going down to mark the charge lane.
Yep.
And Nisia, nope.
No, just the daughters.
Just the daughters.
Yep, daughters are going in.
Daughters going in.
A little anatomical precision time.
Get some work done. Now it's the right move there because you don't want to stab a frogman and fail to kill it.
No, that ends
super
bad
Very
for you.
Very poorly for you. So daughters, the anatomical precision, are going to get right around that vitriol ability.
And I like this from Brian. This is a really aggressive move. Now, Watcher just triggered on Una as that daughter just moved up. So
Watcher.
Griffin advances. Feet was up, so the Griffin took 9 points to the 4 from advancing. Gets the Watcher attack, and that daughter is ripped apart by a Birdman.
Ka-ka!
Stream is talking about what else we will be streaming at the show. So this is the finals of IG, the last stream for today.
Yep.
And then we are streaming the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals of the Invitational tomorrow. So there's 2 rounds of the Invitational happening tonight, which we unfortunately won't be streaming, but we're going to get all the rest of the action tomorrow. That other daughter just ran. This also, this is a charge from that one.
I mean, when you got 7 inches of movement, you get a long way across the table.
Yep.
So here comes some knife stabs. I'll miss.
And
miss. And that will hit. That'll murder themselves a croak.
Just stab him to death.
Stick
him in the throat.
That'll do. Another one.
Misses.
Miss. And last daughter. Get it on a 10.
Yeah, this was actually on the
bird.
On the bird. Not a great die roll, so
nope.
Probably no damage. It's only a pound 9.
I think they're probably going to have to re-roll that unless they called it a 3. They called it a 3.
Yep.
So it's only a point. The last stab looks like it did a point as well. Burn through that pretty quick. Yep, 1 more point to 6. All right, so the spirit on the Griffin is out. So Vilman advances, does his impervious wall
Imperious
thing.
wall?
Yeah, his imperious
In
wall.
my imperious wall.
That'd make it better.
Looking at the Twitch chat, War Machine Munich said that Michael Plummer had ninja'd him on who was or what streams were happening.
Yeah, Michael Plummer.
Michael Plummer's not on the stream, and he would probably be deeply insulted that you got me and him mixed up. But I will let him know.
Nisia has just grown like quite bold after these last few games. She just ran right into that lightning storm. She's like lightning, pshaw. She's gonna take down a bird. She wants to go bird hunting. Get a little pheasant for tonight.
Nisia she doesn't care at all.
She does not. She did not manage to finish off the bird, though. See the Reckner.
As we mentioned earlier, she's completely invincible, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, when Brian plays her, she is. I mean, again, in that grueling game against JVM, she was one of the few models left on the table by the end. And by all rights, she shouldn't have been. She should have been gone a long time ago.
So there was no spells cast on the Jacks by the choir. Because telekinesis is a thing, and it is really good.
Gravis rides forward, gets some knights to come up behind him. So the other unit of Exemplar Knights runs up the field. And by runs, I mean advances with some haste. Seneschal just kind of doesn't advance, get around.
Yep.
See a shot happening.
Taking a shot at the Black-Clad Wayfarer. His range is good. Checking Stormwall. We're talking about telekinesis and how powerful of a spell it is. Twitch is mentioning maybe one day Legion will get telekinesis.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath. So circle, Bret's up. Shot from the Seneschal missed on the Wayfarer. All right, so Kruger back up to full fury. They're leeching from all of his beasts. Una also back up to full fury. So quick measurement. Decide if he's going to, which he did, upkeep Stormwall.
You know what spell Legion will never get, though? Never, ever.
Which one?
Synergy. Can you imagine 30 Harriers true striking with Synergy? You're like, okay, I'm going to roll no dice this game.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to win.
Sounds pretty awesome to me.
I'm sure it does. Let's break War Machine with a single spell.
So Kruger, why does he only have 6 on him? Oh, maybe he has 7. It's just hiding back there. Okay, that makes sense. So we see some shots going on Daughters of the Flame here. Stabby stab from Croak Raider. Oh, seeing if he hit the Croak because he missed. Gotcha. He does hit his Croak and murders him. With friends like that. So see another shot. Same daughter. Misses. Oh, nope. Does hit her and kills her. Field promotion. I think that finishes up the green Croaks.
Yep.
Obviously, Bret being unable to really make a lot of ground at this point.
Yeah, with feet up. I mean, Croaks can't move, otherwise they die.
Croaks, yes. So check on impervious wall, just to confirm the wording. Yeah, there's that fury point. So Una heals 1 point on the Griffin.
Yep.
Even still.
I mean, the Griffin.
The Griffin can't really walk forward, though.
No, yeah, like if Nisia were to get cleared out, then the Griffin has this like potentially awesome turn of walking up and blowing everyone out with its shriek. But it can't, because the PAL 14 will probably take stuff out on it.
Yeah. Well, it's within 2 inches, and we know Nisia's within 2, so you can just go for the POW 8.
On her, yeah, but I'm saying like going deeper into the line. Like if Nisia
well, that'd
were
be
to,
great, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like
not going to happen.
If Nisia were to get cleared out, that Griffin could get a lot of work done. But
except that it would be roasted before it got there.
That is everything I was just saying.
Yeah.
Good, we're on the same page.
But I said it better than you did.
No.
That's the difference.
No. All right, so Black-clad Wayfarer is just
checking his melee range.
Checking his melee range. All right. Griffin activates, is attacking the daughter right next to him that you can't really see. Boosts his second initial off the first, misses. Hits. That daughter is not okay with life and is dead.
She became bird snack. Bird food.
Then he
rile twice. Why not cast acceleration on yourself and then shriek?
Don't ask me.
Well, I just did. Answer me.
I don't have an answer.
Ugh, worthless.
Well, pull up the Griffin. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's all models within 2 inches. It's not enemy models. So the reason he didn't shriek
is because he doesn't need those Croaks. He doesn't need those Croaks.
The reason he didn't want
They're zombified anyway.
No.
Or they could be.
The main reason he didn't shriek is because it would have been a horrible misplay and would have cost him the game.
Cost him the game.
Look, if he killed like
the
just
game?
5 random Croaks for no
fine.
reason.
Those Croaks would be fine. They'd be fine.
All right.
All right.
So the other unit of Croaks is just aiming,
throwing some darts,
and shooting darts. Now, follow-up question as these guys are taking shots. Does Kruger
shots?
Does Kruger? I have to see what his control area is. I wonder if Kruger feats this turn to hold off the Alpha Strike by the Protectorate to stop all the charging that's coming. Because if he doesn't, Crusaders call, here come the boys.
I'd really like to see.
Like, there's nothing you could do, right?
I'm curious to see how much he could affect with that, based on his current position.
Well, no, he would have to move up, which is a dangerous position. But if you have a bunch of melee guys and you feed all over them, and none of them can charge,
all over them.
Yeah, you feed all over their faces, and they can't charge you. Like,
well,
Brian's army doesn't have a huge ranged element to it, so what's he really going to do to hurt Kruger back?
Like we were talking about at the start, one of the great things about this matchup is the counter stroke with the feat from Kruger.
Yeah.
Which really allows you to buy yourself back that turn that you lose from the Harbinger.
So the Croaks just finished
bunch
their
more
activation.
Arents getting killed.
All those attack rolls you saw were just the Croaks aiming, throwing their spears on the models they had range to, which are the immediate closest models. So the looks like Goku's going to warp strength as he activates at the top of the screen. That's that blonde-haired Warple Stalker, by the way.
Yeah, let's show this. Let's show this in action.
Or
here.
Fabio, your choice. Fabio or Goku.
No, I prefer Goku.
Me too.
There you go. There's his Dragon Ball Z power-up moment.
Just do that for 9 more episodes. And then this game will end.
Oops. Wrong one.
Right. The other Croaks are going to activate. Got a swing on a daughter. Misses.
Yep.
And
Daughters are pretty dodgy. Especially for frog people.
These frogs hit decently enough.
They didn't hit decently enough that time.
No.
Unless you call straight missing decent.
No. They ruined everything. So these guys.
That's why you should have shrieked and just murdered them. They're expendable.
You don't blow up your own models.
I disagree. Have you seen a War Machine game lately?
But not for no reason. If you have to charge your caster to get more range to get a spell off, you have to do.
So Megalith throws up his Animus and gets teleport.
Yeah, looks like he got teleported by the stone.
By the
Well, there's no other way he got over there unless he cheated.
I mean, as we've discussed.
Looks like he is attacking Nisia. Yep.
So taking some punches here.
And what happened?
I don't even know.
We were gonna errata her and nerf.
Brian is now tilted as crazy.
Her into the ground. She was gonna be unusable, and now we're gonna leave her alone because she died in this game.
I don't even think Brian's gonna know what to do now.
I'd concede. I would tilt so hard I would walk away from the table.
I'm surprised we didn't see a table flip at that point.
I would literally pick up a red bucket, throw my models in it, and just say first come, first serve, and walk away. How dare he?
I know.
Bret Fogel. How dare you?
My entire worldview has been shattered by this.
Using a little geomancy, throwing a spell out at Vilman.
Yep.
It was Gallows.
Yeah, bring Vilman in. Bring him in. Pull him right in there.
Because the impervious wall, not stone and mortared.
Yep.
So let's see if he takes
Looked like he pulled him in about 3 inches.
Yeah, and let's see if he takes any
damage. Do it. Finish him off. Finish him off. 4 points.
4 points.
So close. So close.
Maybe Vilman's going to be the next Nisia.
Maybe.
No.
I don't think we would have saw a martyrdom on that one anyway because the Gallows didn't get him fur enough away. And I said fur.
All right, so he's got Undergrowth up. Nice little patch of rough terrain, which Protectorate usually not a fan of, but Saxon Orc's back there. And he's all like, guys, just step over the logs. It's fine. And they're like, oh, you go over them.
He has reconned a path beforehand, just so we're clear. So we've got a couple of Stalkers left to go, or we've got a Stalker and a Getorix left to go, as well as the Goku Stalker up there.
And Kruger.
Yeah. Actually, the Goku Stalker already went. Excuse me. It murdered Avenger for funsies. Kruger has yet to go. We need to see if the feed is going to come.
Yep. I mean, that's probably what Bret's in the tank about right now. He's sitting there thinking, you see, he's messing around with his Fury. So he's like, okay, I'm casting Stormwall. That's why he set 3 aside.
Yep.
And he's probably going to be like, am I feeding this turn? What will I catch? Where would I move?
If he moves forward, he takes the POW 14. It's going to hurt. He can transfer it. That would leave him with 3 for additional transfers for the next turn if something went horribly wrong.
If he moves up, if he flies over directly behind Megalith and feats, he's pretty safe.
Yeah.
See, he's checking his controller. He's thinking about it.
don't know if Megalith is the right position there, though.
With Undergrowth up and the feet, so anything could really charge him?
But I think you want to be more center if you want that feat to really affect stuff. You want to catch a couple of those Vengers with it.
But then he's got to be in the middle of the table. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
Kruger's moving.
Here he comes.
Taking the POW 14 from Harbinger's feet.
7 points.
7 points of damage, which Kruger is going to take on. No, he transferred it.
Yep, transfers it to. Looks
like
one
Gorax.
of the Stalker.
No, I think that was the Gorax. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense. That's where you want it to go, right?
You do want that Gorax to be bleeding.
Now, he hasn't moved his full movement. He's just stopping there, breaking his tape measure, looks like, and then continuing to measure. Seeing if, hey, do I get everybody?
So checking it. Yeah, I think the center move is the right play. He's going to catch way more of the army this way. Megalith is just, he wasn't in the right spot. So it's going to be just about everything.
It's a lot of folk.
I'd be a little nervous about that far Venger, though, that he didn't catch.
He's okay. That far Venger's not going to come over and kill Kruger. And nothing else really advanced because of Harbinger's feet.
Yeah.
The funny part is that he's only moved maybe, because he was right behind the objective, right?
Yeah, he moved about 3
like,
inches.
So if he wanted to at this point, he could uncommit and move back behind it and be like, no feet.
Just take the damage. Be like, I looked at it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
See you, suckers. He's still measuring his control. I think he's going to go forward a little bit more. He's hard committing here.
He is going to feet, don't get me wrong. It would just be funny if he was
at this point,
if he like yo-yoed.
Yeah. All right, now I think he got everything with that move up. I think he even gets that far Venger.
It's a bold move, Kruger.
I mean, like we talked about, Kruger on a hill with Stormwall up, nothing could charge him.
It's pretty safe.
It's pretty safe, and if he keeps some Fury for transfers, which I can't imagine that he won't.
I don't think he's actually cast Stormwall yet.
No, he's not. He hasn't cast anything at this point.
All right.
So now we're checking something.
They're just
a
going
very small key.
Yeah. Well, that's for the feat.
Here we go.
Because this feat takes 7.5 hours to resolve. So.
Yes, he is feated. He has feated indeed.
All right, so we're just going to let them handle this for a bit. It's going to take a little bit.
I'm going to go get a taco.
Yeah, man.
I feel like taco platters are what's called for right now.
Yeah.
Let's go get a taco.
They're resolving this pretty quickly.
Come back.
Pretty quickly.
Well, Bret certainly is a very skilled player and knows kind of where he wants to go with it immediately. And start with the back, move to the front. There goes Harbinger. See ya, Harbinger. You floating balloon.
It's also that you have to make sure you're directly away from Kruger, and you move the right amount. Just got to be very precise when you do this one. Everybody out of the pool. The ball pit, sorry.
I was going to say, there's no pool. This is a ball pit.
Yeah, we've determined that the zones are ball pits
at
WARMACHINE Weekend. So why is there a hill in a ball pit? Oh, whatever.
You don't want a hill in your ball pit?
No.
You don't want something elevated to leap off into the balls?
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Face first in the balls, in fact.
I'm going to leave that one.
Swimming through the balls. Just having them, explode around you when you burst out.
I'm done.
Surprise your friends out of the ball pit.
Hey, look at that feat happening. Oh, man, those models sure are getting moved by that feat.
So they'll all be at -2 speed, obviously, which is the critical part for next turn since it will prevent charging.
Yep, no charges. Go slow, be slow. Life sucks. Deal with it.
There's a hurricane happening.
Yeah. There's a hurricane coming through. 2 of those guys are going to bump into the objective.
Yep.
So
I'll just get stuck there.
Not that he was going to be scoring
points. Maybe Kruger will zap him with some lightning.
Maybe.
From his lightning bolt attack. I mean, you might as well take one. It's free. There's no reason not to.
Well, if you forget, it's a reason not to.
There it is. Bazap!
So.
And he'll martyrdom.
Yep, he actually shot Vilman because he only had the 1 point of damage left. And he was like, get off my board, you terrifying paladin. And Harbinger was like, stay alive. Oh, it's like the end of Legends.
Yeah?
She martyrdoms Voil. Or she martyrdoms Vilman.
Yeah, yeah.
When Voil's like.
And then she explodes.
No, she lives.
Yeah, she explodes.
No, she lives.
She explodes in this instance.
In fact, the only time in the fiction we've seen her martyrdom was she martyrdom Vilman against the fight with Striker and Voil. So the Black Cloud's advancing. He's going to Stone Spray.
Yep.
He's going to get the Venger and the Errant Seneschal over there.
See if you can hit.
So he missed the Seneschal. Looks like he
missed the Venger.
No, he hit one of them, so he's doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, so he actually hit the Seneschal, didn't have to kill, and the Seneschal used his call sacrifice ability to take out one of the other Errants to say, nope, I'm not going to die. Franz is going to die.
Franz the Errant, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, we see a recurring IG player, Jason Watt, who actually won the IG and the Masters at Gen Con, watching this game with his Convergence army.
I like his train conductor cap.
Yep. Turn passes back to Brian, and Brian's got a turn of suck to deal with. Everything negative speed all over the place.
He's definitely not going to get a lot done, but to be fair, it's a counterstroke to the Harbinger's feat where Bret basically was like, I can do what now? Oh yeah, I'm gonna stand here and throw some darts at you.
Two-time walk
Little
feats.
did they know that in the Iron Kingdom's taverns and bar establishments, strokes are not allowed because of their proclivity for darts.
Oh, I also thought they weren't allowed into taverns because they're monsters.
No, they're just frog people.
Those are monsters.
They just look different than you, Hungerford.
Okay, straight up.
You're a terrible, terrible human being for that statement.
If you give birth via eggs, but you talk like a human, you're a monster.
Well, now to be fair, they start as eggs and then they turn into tadpoles, and then they grow legs.
Right.
And they become frog people.
Those are monsters.
Oh.
Those are just straight up monsters.
Okay. And that Errant Seneschal took a little bit of umbrage at getting shot in the face with rocks and charged in, murdered himself a Wayfarer.
Yep.
With the Vengers there with their righteous vengeance.
Righteous vengeance. Do you mean battle-driven?
I mean battle-driven.
Righteous vengeance is something very different.
Yeah, whatever.
And would be terrifying on Vengers. You kill somebody near us and we all get to move 5 inches and make an attack and then activate?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
No.
Battle-driven. So they've got Pathfinder this turn, although not really going to make a huge difference with the -2 speed. They're still suffering. We see a daughter, looks like, taking some stabs at a frog.
Yep, misses on both. That's the last remaining daughter. The rest of them were all horribly murdered.
Apparently, she
by croak
doesn't
monsters.
know what, so she doesn't know what to do against these frog people.
No, she's real bad.
So a token went down there.
Corrosion, I believe.
Well, if she hit, she would have just anatomical precisioned one of them.
Unless they were tough unless there's a tough token we can't see. Maybe they got tough.
It might be that gray silver one. They might have gotten zombified.
Yeah, they might have gotten zombified by the.
Where's the knockdown token?
That's what I'm saying. I was looking for a knockdown token. All right, so they're measuring the difficult terrain around the undergrowth around Megalith. As Vilman, with negative speed, with difficult terrain, is trying to walk up and punch Megalith. And guess what's not going to happen? Any of that.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, man.
Vilman is precisely in melee.
Man.
Who's batting 0 now, Hungerford?
Hey, you were wrong first.
That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't my world.
Oh, all right.
I'm surprised he had range on that. Like, that's a lot of negatives to... Well, no, he didn't make any attacks.
Who?
Vilman.
Vilman?
He wasn't precisely in range.
They just said he was precisely in range.
Oh, he forfeited action. Wouldn't catch it. Was it impervious wall or was it stone and mortar?
I don't know.
All right.
There's a token there.
So he walked up. He walked up and he's like, "I'm going to be a pain. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane."
Here I am.
And Kruger was like, "That's my shtick, boy."
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh, you know why there's no knockdown token?
Yeah. Anatomical's only against living.
Yeah,
and they're dead right now.
They're dead right now. Well, it's because we missed that they were the undead
yeah,
ones.
we did miss
we're bad commentators. Errants are advancing.
Yep, they're -2 speeds. They're going to move a fatty 3 inches.
Yep.
It's not about the size of the advance, though, Hungerford. It's how you use it.
This has been a really inappropriate stream
it's just
so far.
a fact. If you can, it doesn't matter if you can go, 10 inches or 3 inches.
All right.
As long as you position yourself properly.
Would you say that? So when you're advancing into the sea of balls,
into the ball pit.
The ball pit.
The ball pit.
That's what we said.
When you're diving through the ball pit.
When you're the
swimming
size
through the balls.
When the size of your advance doesn't matter.
As long as you use it appropriately, yes.
Okay.
As long as you're using it to maximize your time in the ball pit, it's absolutely solid.
I like to believe that somewhere there's a family that is watching this at home, and the children are just horrified right now.
No, the kids are right now. Those kids want to go to McDonald's.
Sure.
They're like,
or Chuck
I
E.
want to go
Cheese.
play in a ball pit. I don't remember there being a ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese.
All right. So Harbinger advanced, and she did something that we missed. The Vengers are getting the charge order. The guy that was unaffected, he is going to charge. Looks like he's charging that stone right by the stalker that is not Goku. Checking range, seeing where he stopped. I'm sure that's melee range.
Right there. So we see the charge being performed.
Oh, Harbinger must have Crusader's called
to
get that range. So that was the spell she cast. The other Vengers all being slow from the hurricane that is still rocking them.
Yeah,
they're gonna
so
run.
slow.
so slow. So slow.
that was pathetic. Why did you even bother moving them, Brian? I mean, what did you do?
The stone auto-hitting because it's a stone, and auto-killing it because it's a stone. I mean, he has to roll damage technically, but he's got a thrice-blessed lance.
Thrice-blessed?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that term is forbidden to be used, right? Like, you're not allowed to thrice-bless things anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that one got tossed.
So the Covenant walked up, no spells.
Yep.
Killing that stone is actually super important. Like, taking out the teleportation capabilities of Circle is something you have to do as early as you possibly can, because otherwise they will ruin you.
The stone he destroyed was the one that currently could teleport Goku. He still has the 3 that can teleport right now. Looks like Getorix or the Stalker who doesn't have the beautiful blonde hair. The non-Super Saiyan Stalker.
Yeah. So Gravis just ran. The Exemplar Knights are going to run.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting back into the ball pit. They're like, all right, that was cute. Thanks for pushing us out.
Kruger is nothing but a big bully when it comes to the ball pit. He wants those balls all to himself.
Roven and the Bodyguard are running. Just checking a little difficult terrain from Undergrowth. It doesn't matter because they can't even go that far. The Reckoner just advances and didn't even get enough to get into the zone. Here come the Choir. I bet they're going to say no spells.
It would be the smart way to do.
Yep.
Shielding goes up. So now we're starting to see a little bit of the repercussions from the counterfeit, which is that Bret bought himself a turn, but Kruger's now engaged by a Venger.
Oh, Kruger don't care. He'll TK that Venger away. Yeah, him being engaged does not matter.
And he's also got a whole bunch of things that are going to be in charge range next turn. So Bret's got to do some serious work.
Yeah, Kruger's
serious work.
Bret's going to kill a whole bunch of things, and Kruger's going to back up probably behind the objective. Or he's going to back up for sure. He's not going to be like, I'll hang it on this hill, bro, so it'll be fine.
He might just stay there.
Or
so end of Brian's turn there with that last run from the Exemplars.
Or check it out. Bret says YOLO.
Yeah.
TKs Kruger forward and charges the Harbinger.
Do it.
No, that's a horrible idea. Look how much focus she has. That's the worst idea. That would be a terrible idea.
Nah, it'd be great. I think she should do it. Just do
wait,
it.
Has to take care of. I can't see if the Covenant is within 10 inches of Kruger. Whether or not he can TK.
I'm pretty sure it's within 10.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to tell from the top
I would
view.
guess within 10, which means no TKs.
Yeah. If he is within 10, obviously this whole plan fails.
Either way, right?
Well, yeah, you obviously, if he's within 10, he can't TK himself forward, charge the Harbinger, and lose the game.
Brent.
But if
I don't know,
and they're checking it.
I feel like Brian might allow that.
Brian, you mean? That Brian would be like, yeah, sure, TK yourself
just
forward.
Do it.
You know what? You can charge me.
I'll allow it for this. I'll allow it.
So they just measured it. I think that they were saying he was within 10. So Megalith's activating first.
Mm-hmm.
Megalith is going to walk up, resurrect Balder, and...
I don't think that's going to be it. I think he's going to try to... Well, he's got Vilmon in his face. So here comes the Animus.
And
put some rough terrain down. Going to punch Vilmon in the face. He does punch Vilmon in the face.
Vilmon explodes.
And no martyrdom for poor Vilman this time.
Congratulations, Vilman. You will also not be nerfed.
Here comes a shot. Check for the book to make sure he can do it.
And he's going to TK Kruger. Boop. See? He had it. He could have gone for the assassination. Chose not to. The horrible assassination that would have failed.
I don't know. In my head, it looks great. Like, that's what Kruger would have done. He'd have gone forward screaming.
Yeah.
His Devourer tattoo, forehead, like just burning, covered in pallid sweat.
Gets to the Harbinger, swings a bunch of times ineffectually, and then dies.
Yeah.
As he gets double cataclysmed.
double cataclysm.
That's
how it works.
Point blank.
Okay.
She's just gadoosh, gadoosh.
Like, so Kruger teleported behind, or TK'd behind, excuse me.
Well, he didn't. Megalith did.
Megalith TK'd him
Black
behind.
Clad's going to walk up and finish off this last corroded daughter. He's like, hey, what's up, girl?
Let's see what happens.
You ever seen this thing? It breaks your head open.
And
she's
got her.
all like, what?
You know, I'm actually surprised they remembered he had a big stick in his hand.
Well, it's like half the model. Look at him.
But still, it's this big stick in his hand. All right, so Kruger's feat has ended at this point, so both players out of feat.
All right, so looks like the Witch Doctor just threw a Zombify up on the Croak Raiders and was like, hey, guys, does this suck? Coming back to life and dying again? And they're like, what? Too late. You're undead frog monsters now. Una activates, aims, and throws some birds.
It's already over, man. It's already over.
So boosted damage, didn't hurt the first time, hit the second attack, boost damage, didn't have to kill him. That guy's dead. Real crappy way to go. Third shot at the Venger, hits, boost damage. Get off your horse boy. Here comes a bird in the face. Your hoist.
Your hoist, boy.
So he did some damage.
That's 3 points. Yeah, he just made him angry.
Threw a raven in his throat. Just enjoy.
A raven?
Yeah.
No, not a raven.
What kind of birds does she throw?
Probably peregrine falcons.
She's just throwing falcons at people?
Yeah.
No.
You don't throw ravens. She's not Una the Ravener.
She's Una the Falconer. But yeah. She's not gonna. She loves falcons.
Yeah, which is why she trains them to dive bomb people and claw out their eyes.
This is a ranged attack.
No.
They're one shot like bullets. She's throwing birds at people.
She's not throwing birds at people. So we can see an oil bomb going on this Venger here. Sploosh, and then a fire javelin. Shaplow, and then fire.
He is not going to be okay with what happens.
Especially after getting hit with a bird, man.
He's got a raven stuck in his throat. Then some frog monster threw him like tar all over him, and now they're setting him on fire. That guy's having a bad day. He's going to get to the City of Man for the War of Souls, and Minos like, nah, I don't really need you, dude. Did you see how you died?
Killed by a bird.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got flaming birds lodged in his neck. Like,
yep.
That's
a real horrible way to die.
That bird's flapping around, cawing. See another oil bomb going.
Yep. Croaks.
And another fire shot.
Just throwing flaming spears at dudes.
Flaming spears. Flaming addle-addles.
Murdering them left and right.
And not actually murdering them, just setting them on fire.
Well,
it's one more point to Avenger, so.
Well, the best way to take Vengers out is do a single point to them one at a time.
Yeah.
So they always have battle-driven.
Slowly but surely. Let's make this work.
Got another oil going out, this time on Gravis.
Yeah, hit Gravis with that oil bomb. That oil gourd.
So he has been oiled.
Yeah.
But
I think he already was oiled from the last one because it's AoE 3. So now I think it's just flaming darts for the win at Gravis. Trying to take him off his horse. Quick check here on line of sight. We've moved through most of them. So he's really trying to clear out these two with his remaining shots.
Yeah, just clear the zone.
Clear the zone. Although he's, even if there's still a lot in that zone. So one more damage to Avenger from a flaming dart.
Yep, told you. 1 point at a time.
One.
Shooting at Gravis. And
looks like a pretty low. Oh, yep. Dismounted him. So good shot there.
Yep.
Takes him off his horse. Unfortunately, I think that's the last of the darts.
From that unit.
True.
There's another unit down there.
Still have the yellow ones to go. Potentially, we'll see something get a.
All right, looks like we actually have another shot coming. Here it comes. Hits and.
Oh, burn him! Burn him! Burn him!
He's fine. He's on fire.
See another shot. This one on Gaius.
Yep. So one of the Rovin bodyguard getting a flaming spear chucked directly at his head. Better than having a raven thrown in your throat.
How about a flaming? It's not a raven. It's a falcon.
No, it's a raven.
It's
she loves falcons.
She does
She
not
wouldn't throw
ravens
ravens at people.
First of
or
all,
she would throw. Wait, what?
Ravens are not trainable in that manner. They're too smart.
She's a magic bird lady. She could train anything.
Not a magic.
The old witch has crows that
I feel like she sits in the park and feeds the pigeons breadcrumbs because she has no one else to love her.
You don't know. Was Home Alone 2? Is she the
That's
one that
what a bird lady is.
The other unit of Croaks is going to advance and do something cooler than throw ravens at people. So 4 of them aimed. They've been marked by Bret as to who aimed.
Yep. And so we're going to see him start throwing.
And some noble knight exemplar are going to die with a wooden flaming stick thrown into their chest.
Addle-addle, man. It's called an addle-addle.
What?
Addle-addle. It's called an addle-addle. So here come the arrows. Ah, fire. 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 This is really what you want to do. Just fire the whole thing.
Somebody on Twitch is asking how much health the Harbinger has left. I believe she only martyred him once and only took 1 point of damage from it.
She's been doing quite well. See another exemplar fall to a flaming dart.
Yep, so this Croak Raider unit just advancing, making attacks, seeing who they can take out.
Here you go. Obviously the arm getting higher and higher on those exemplar knights as their brothers are falling down.
That bro's on fire, though.
He is on fire. Bret taking care of business with these guys.
Yep,
it's going towards an errant.
No, I believe that's one of the Rovin bodyguards.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Is it Gaius or Cassius, smart pants?
That is Cassius.
All right. That, you were wrong.
Or Kassan, whatever his name. You said Cassius. Cassius is just a meat puppet for a weird tree.
He is. He's completely inconsequential.
So, yeah.
Because Kassan takes 3 points. They're battle-driven, very angry. An oil gourd, it looks like at this point, checking to see what it splashes on. So now we got some oil on Rovin, on Kassan.
Rovin is oiled, immediately sets himself on fire as the flaming stick he's holding.
Here's some darts.
Just ignites him.
Dude, that would be terrible. You're just like, look at my torch. Yeah. Oh, no, what have I done?
The back of Chili's head appears and disappears.
I've made poor choices. So flaming dart out of range on Rovin. Flaming dart on Kassan. Looks like it is also out of range.
Yeah. Out of range for days.
Well out of range. See some flaming darts fall on the ground after an oil bomb.
But they are oiled for the lack of any fire attacks that will be made this turn.
Sure. I mean, Brian could be a team player and set his own guys on fire.
He could.
That'd be a thing.
I like that Twitch chat is now talking about fluff things because we're talking about whether or not Una the Falconer would use ravens as weapons.
That's not even a debate. She doesn't use ravens. She uses falcons.
I don't know.
And they're like peregrine falcons.
What is the name of her ranged weapon?
They're tiny, cute
look
little
her up.
falcons.
What does it say?
Bird of prey, of which a raven is not.
A raven is a bird of prey.
No. We're done with this conversation. Goku, powering up.
Go ahead, power him up. You know you want to.
I got to power him up. All right. So after 20 episodes, watching him stand there for 20 episodes and talk.
Wow. Bret kills the Aaron Seneschal so hard he knocks the model over.
He just slapped that thing out of the way. He's like
the best sportsmanship.
He's like, get out of here.
You're like, I kill your Aaron Seneschal. Which one? Just pick it up and throw it at him?
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
Just get this garbage off my table.
Get that out of here.
Lightning struck himself, which is why he walked up, killed it, and then moved back to safety.
Lightning struck himself.
Yeah, lightning strike. The Animus?
Yeah, no, I know.
But he lightning struck himself.
I don't think that's...
What about he lightning striked himself?
I don't think so.
It sounds weird. Gorax is going to run over. Getrix is going to run over, getting in a beater position.
Getrix Gorax?
Yep.
I don't think he's... So Bret, I think, still has the The one Stalker and
It's
the
just
Stone's
Kruger.
left, and
Kruger
he's
has-
got Kruger.
Yeah, Kruger hasn't done anything yet.
I'm just wondering if we're going to see a teleport at all from that other unit of Stone.
I just want to see if Kruger's going to teleport TK himself back forward and charge the Harbinger. Nope, goes backwards.
Back forward. A TK'd backwards, now forwards. Yo-yo away.
Okay, so TK's himself behind the objective.
Did he TK or did he just advance?
Oh, he just advanced. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I don't think he has enough TK range for that.
He
What did he cast, though?
he cast. I don't know.
Because he left him with 2 Fury.
Oh, he lightning struck him. Yeah, he had to have. Because he's gonna port the Stalker up there. The Stalker's gonna kill 2 things and then advance backwards. So yeah, he's not gonna primal him because look what he's gonna attack. He doesn't need it.
Wacha!
So yeah, he lightning struck him. And then the other Fury went towards Stormwall, of course.
Yep. So here goes the Stalker.
Stalker activates.
Misses.
Going on the Avenger. He's got Berserk up, which is why he's measuring to see if he was in Megalith or Megalith was in his melee range.
So
The
hits
Avenger
and
is
murders
dead.
the Avenger.
So Berserk into the standard bearer, I believe, of the Errants.
Yep.
Hits and kills. Berserks into Gravis.
Can't believe that the Harbinger didn't save that standard bearer's life. And that's just cruel. All right. We've got
And Gravis is dead.
just death, death, death,
And,
death.
yep,
then
there goes the
run
lightning strike.
away.
Could leave a oil and fire token where Gravis's corpse is now smoldering on the ground.
Oh, yeah, let's draw the corpse.
But at least he died like a man, not like that Errant Seneschal with the raven in his throat. So, like, Gravis shows up at the City of Man, and Melith's like, all right, bro, you can fight. Here's your spear. Go to work.
That was terrible. I don't even know what that was. He, like, melted.
The Rotterhorn, did he go? No.
Rotterhorn has
Going
not
right
gone.
now.
He's going to rile and run.
Yep.
Basically just getting in the way.
I am a shield.
Yes. So we see 3 Fury going on the Rotterhorn. Just enough for Una to get back up to full. And that will be everything.
Brett's turn starts. We're checking for fire.
Fire!
Fire
So
on
fire-
Kassan is good.
Does burn.
He's oiled up, so
So shiny. I've made a huge mistake. So fire, burning, burning, burning.
yeah, they're resolving the damage.
So
Okay.
we see a martyrdom.
So not on him. He's out of range on that exemplar at the bottom of the screen.
We did martyr on
But he did,
Kassan.
yeah, he martyred on the bodyguard. So that little exemplar dies.
See a field
Kassan is
promotion.
alive and flaming.
Oh, and the Avenger that he plinked died as well.
Yeah,
Look at that. Apparently the strategy works.
it was pretty good.
Plink him one at a time, make him real angry, and then set him on fire.
It just set him on fire, right?
Fire.
Fire, the most reliable way to kill people. 2/3 of the time. Unless they have high armor. Or lots of boxes. Twitch is now talking about whether or not, or what birds are birds of prey.
Yeah. Technical definitions.
I don't care what science says.
Oh.
Ravens are birds of prey.
It just
In this game.
not surprising. All right, so we see the Reckoner getting some focus.
Yep, getting a focus.
Maybe another focus.
Sure, the Devout will probably
got
get
2 at the
one,
moment, I
so he
think.
can spellbury the Harbinger.
Brian taking a look here at what else he wants to put focus on.
Bret has not taken a lot of losses this game.
No.
And he's pretty far back. I mean,
His last turn was very solid in terms of what we were talking about, needing to blunt the alpha strike that he had delayed for a turn.
he blunted it.
He killed almost
Blunted
everything.
that. Just-
He's going to take some Vengers to the face, which is going to hurt. But Brian's really got to prioritize his targets at this point. He's got a couple of War Beasts as potentials. He's got a whole lot of frog people that he has to deal with.
Yeah. Brian's a really good player, though. He will he'll come up with something. Something that we can possibly see. Or he'll just run forward and pass turn.
Brian considering what he wants to do here. Those stones, these stones specifically.
So Choir's advancing, and they are going to...
Are really going to cause him problems because they're protecting the stalker at the moment from a charge lane right here. So trying to get rid of those stones without gumming up that charge lane is going to be tricky.
Sure. The Choir walked up and battled. So the Reckoner's obviously going in probably.
The Reckoner's going in hot and heavy. I mean, that's why you brought the Reckoner.
On Megalith.
He's getting in the ball pit.
Yeah, he's getting in the ball pit.
Oh, on Megalith? Is definitely possible.
All right, so Roven and Co. went. He used his ability to remove, like that little... Actually, was it the Harbinger went? Oh, Harbinger went. Cast Purification.
Yep.
So that removed all of the fire tokens that were remaining.
Yep.
So casting Crusader's Call during the Harbinger's activation.
Mm-hmm. Makes
sense.
sense.
No, that's a Guided Hand.
Guided Hand.
Not a Crusader's Call.
Onto... Who was that?
The Errants.
The Errants?
Looks like it. And then he's going to heal himself for a point, leaving himself with no focus behind that wall.
That's not
then
a
he's
wall,
gonna
man.
shimmy,
That's
shimmy,
an
Cocoa
objective,
Puff.
man.
Yeah,
well,
it gives cover, so.
Sure.
Unless you blow it up.
Yeah,
then it gives nothing.
I would blow it up.
Then it gives a CP. That's what it gives.
A CP.
Yeah, you lose cover and your opponent gains a control point.
Why have you betrayed me, Effigy? You're the worst statue ever. He's Kassan charging forward, real angry about being set on fire and oiled up.
Oiled up and set on fire.
Yeah.
Worst bachelor party ever.
I don't know, man. He looked real good before it happened.
Now, Undergrowth is up, but I believe they have battle-driven.
Yes. Oh, yeah, they definitely have battle-driven.
So, charging in.
Given that he was killed and then martyred back to life.
Roven going in on Megalith. And Gaia's going in on a stone, because sometimes as a trained knight from Minoth, you charge a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Rock down.
There comes a swing,
a
hit,
Hunter
and
obliterated.
Exploded Croak Hunter.
And Megalith has been hit.
Yeah.
Set on fire.
So what Roven can do here.
And
Roven does something, maybe?
Does damage.
3 points.
Yeah, not much.
But he sets Megalith on fire. So now Megalith is a flaming rock creature. Fire token getting tossed down there.
All right, so the errants, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
The
blah,
exemplars are just charging. So one of them actually charged in, the other one ran.
Yep.
Hits Megalith.
Barely.
And this guy's got pretty high strength at this point.
Some good damage. Give him some good dice. 11 points to the 5.
Yeah, Reckoner's not going to have a problem taking him out.
So that'll take care of the Spirit. And with
Spirit
no Balder on the table, that
Well,
that
there's stones.
There's stones.
There's still one right there in front of, is that? Oh, that was the other bodyguard that went. Reckoner is advancing?
I mean, he also has Bountiful Restoration on himself, so he will heal if he survives this, but he's not going to survive this at all.
Absolutely not.
Like, this is just going to end in Balder being really upset with Kruger.
Yeah.
I loan you my thing, and all of a sudden it's just, you just bring back this bag of gravel?
No, Balder's too busy, like,
Bad
constantly,
news,
like,
bros.
He's, like, cleansing himself of worm tokens on a daily basis so that he doesn't, like, fall apart. Reckoner whiffed the first attack, only did 2 points of damage on the second one, nailed the third one, and Megalith is still there, and the Reckoner's out of focus.
Megalith loves it. Come at me, bro.
Vassal's going to walk up, ancillary attack. Reckoner makes another attack, nails it, and Megalith is still standing.
A few more points.
Yep.
That was only like 3. Megalith is sitting pretty with a number of boxes on his body left.
Yeah, that could have gone far better.
You think?
Far better for Brian.
I mean, Kruger was probably sweating a little bit. He's like, I didn't take out the insurance policy on that guy.
You think if I give him a normal Wold Watcher, he'll notice?
Yeah. I'll just blink him out a little bit.
Yeah, he just grabs a Wold Watcher, puts 2 like sticks in his back.
Yeah. He's like, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
This is the same thing. We're cool. We're cool, right? That's why Balder just should never lets anybody drive his wolds around.
Balder, like I said, he's too busy, man. He's on the verge of like constant death.
All right, Brian considering where to go next. He's got a stone in his way. Looks like he had a couple of charges here.
Yep.
So we got a Seneschal going after a stone.
No, I think he's going after the Stalker.
Who killed the other stone then? Is that the other errant or?
That was the bodyguard that went over and killed him.
Yeah. Bodyguard got the stone. All right, so going after a stalker. Get that crit smite off.
Looks like he misses
the
the initial.
Ugh. Hits on the second. About 3 points of damage there. 4 points.
Oh, man. Dice are killing Brian right now.
Yeah. Brian. Well, and to be fair, I mean, we saw Brian. Brian has been on the good side of the dice luck for the last couple of games.
Sure.
Nicaea never dying. Him making the hits when he needs to. So everything always swings back.
Okay, so the other unit of exemplars, they're going to go take out the Crazy Bird Man.
Get in there. I want a turkey dinner.
Don't eat griffins,
Bird's
dude.
already on fire.
Don't eat griffins. It's so gross.
That bird already got roasted by the Harbinger's feet. It's ready. It's ready for carving. Carve that thing up.
They wear loincloths for a reason.
Carve it up.
I want you to think about them for a
those
second.
are called giblets, and some people really like them.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm going to vomit. Don't eat griffin giblets.
Griffin giblets.
Oh, dude, so you know how we're going to make gummy whelps at the next lock and load? We need to make griffin giblets. Avengers are charging after the errants went up and made griffin giblets.
And they're very angry.
Oh, they're not
very
happy.
angry.
They're not happy. They're probably going to go after the Goku, maybe? No?
No, I think they're going to – you got to try to finish off.
Or go after the objective.
The objective, or is he going for the stalker? I mean,
the stalker took, like,
no
damage.
He whiffed completely on the stalker.
So these are impact attacks on the Croak Hunters.
But why
Croak
go –
Raiders,
why?
sorry.
So the objective will net you a CP, but you're not going to be in a position to –
well, these are two of the best scenario casters in the game, Harbinger versus Kruger.
Yeah.
You got to play for scenario.
I think he's actually going for the stalker. Yeah, it's on the stalker.
Okay. So he took out one Croak with the mount attack.
Yep.
Didn't with the other one, got corroded.
I feel like that other Avenger is going, oh, nope, just running away.
Yeah, see. You got to predict faster so you can be wrong like me.
I know. That's part of my strategy. I consider things before I speak.
Oh, no, never do that.
Hits on the stalker. 9 points. Solid.
But what else is he going to get on the stalker to
I don't think he's going to be able to finish it. I mean, it's going to spend some fury to heal because he did lose an aspect there. It looks like he lost his mind or his spirit. So he's just draining resources at this point. Vault walks up. There's that spell barrier you were talking about.
Yep, Covenant walks up.
He's going to say no spells again, I bet.
Yep,
oh, there
no
we go.
Spells.
I don't think we've seen.
He just won't turn the page.
We haven't seen Brian use anything else.
But no spells, yeah.
Those pages are glued together.
Brian, you're going to get the Covenant nerfed, man. It's on you. It's on you when it happens. Saxon and Kel both walk around and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Saxon kind of did his job. He told him to walk around the trees. Now he's done.
And
we see. So this is Megalith healing himself here?
Yeah.
So
fire checks first.
No damage.
Then the healing.
Bountiful restoration.
Back to Bret. Bottom of fourth. No CP scored. 36 minutes on Bret's clock, 42 on Brian. Both of these players are incredibly efficient clock players.
Yeah, playing very good. I mean, it's been interesting to watch in Brian's games. We've seen such a discrepancy in his time versus his opponent's time. And this time they're neck and neck. So there's plenty of stuff here that has to get dealt with. What's your move here? So we're going to see that Witch Doctor come up, zombify some frogmen.
Yep.
I mean, really.
No. Sack Strike? Tell me it's Sack Strike. Tell me it's Sack Strike.
Sack Strike.
All right, so 1 second.
So they're doing some things really quick because. Yep. So unfortunately, Bret forgot to leech.
He forgot to leech any fury, and now he's making all of his threshold checks.
So he's got to do all of his threshold checks.
And he already activated a model.
That's going to be bad.
So Bret actually taking a second. Okay, so basically what happened is, I'll repeat one more time. So Bret forgot to leech his fury. He made his frenzy checks, and Bret just sort of said, "Give me a second." And he just needs he walked away and just said, "Just hold on a second, I'll be right back." He needs a second to cool off and gather himself.
Yeah, you get moving so fast here with everything going on. It can be pretty difficult. Now the frenzy checks obviously are mandatory, so you have to go back and redo them, which the judge caught. And so they went back, they reset that. Bret got himself a drink. He's back at the table.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna limit some of what he can do on this turn for sure. Luckily,
and
only Megalith really.
And there we see Bret is just
Yep.
what
was I doing? It happens though. I mean, mistakes definitely a part of every level of play. So. So you see some consideration here.
Brian and Bret are just talking it over.
Yep. Brian actually has offered to rewind the clock. So some great sportsmanship on Brian's part. Just being, you want to rewind the clock? Let's do it, because he wants to play the game, not win on a unfortunate mistake, right? And that's one of the wonderful things about the Iron Gauntlet and just the War Machine Hordes community in general, is that even at the highest level of competitive play, where there's a lot on the line, people want the best game possible.
Yeah, they just restarted the clock. Bret just basically said, "Man, I need a second, right?"
Yep.
And he's going to come back and he's going to finish his turn.
So we see Una cutting your Fury back up. See Brian checking in. See some rolls here. So self-sack on the Gator like you wanted to see. And you'll notice that Bret did take Brian up on his offer to rewind the clock. So great sportsmanship on Brian's part.
Oh, did he?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly what we want to see. Yeah.
I was just catching the end of that.
Yep.
So, dude, yeah, well done, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely his option to do, and not something that would be expected, but honestly, exactly what I would.
And he's under no obligation.
Absolutely.
If he had said no, there's nothing wrong with that, and he's not being a jerk because of it.
No. It's just it's one of those things where Brian actually offered that before, like right when the mistake happened, and Bret was like, "I need a second." Brian was like, "Look, do you want to rewind the time?"
Yeah.
And he talked to the judges about it, and the judges was like, "I mean, it's your call, right?"
Well, ultimately, it's not the judge's point to step in at that point.
Yeah,
it's up to
exactly.
the two players.
If
they really want to do it, they can.
To decide how they want to handle that, and so.
Dude, this is why this community is so badass.
Exactly what you want to see, right? I mean, it's amazing. So you see that Blacklight Wayfarer activating, doing some rock spray.
Yep.
And try to get rid of Rovin here.
Rovin gets hit by the Sprone Spray.
Yep.
Looks like not enough to do.
That didn't activate Martyrdom at all, so.
Yeah, not enough to cause any deaths.
No damage at all from the sprays. Bret now considering his next moves here, trying to take a few beats and slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and
get rattled after that. I mean, even with the reset, that's hard. Well, mentally, that's hard to come back from.
You're in the IG Finals
right.
at War Machine Weekend. You're on a live stream.
Yeah.
You make a mistake like that. Like, I can imagine just immediately your whole system
goes
to you're like, what the hell just happened?
You get shaken for sure, and it's something where mental fortitude is something we talk about a lot in these games. We have fun as we watch these guys play, but as much as knowing the rules, knowing the tactics, seeing the openings, seeing the moves and the counterstrokes is important, just being mentally tough is such a big deal. These guys have been playing like nonstop for 24 hours now, basically. Yeah. There's a whole lot on the line, and it's not making those mistakes and capitalizing on the options.
So it looks like Una aimed threw a bird at the Avenger.
Was it a Raven? Was it a Raven?
It was absolutely a Raven.
Okay.
Threw a bird, boost a hit. Killed the Avenger there.
Yep.
Throwing one at the Exemplar on the hill.
And
hits.
Does catch it. Look, checking for melee, although it doesn't actually matter.
Was in melee, so it missed. Randomizing, seeing if it hit the Stalker.
So it does misses.
Didn't. Third attack, boosting to hit.
Of course,
going at the Exemplar on the hill.
Black
hits.
Penny from those birds.
Boosting damage.
Prevents that -4. So it does manage to kill an Exemplar. No martyrdom still. Brian, for playing the Harbinger, as much as he has, we've seen not a ton of use of martyrdom out of him.
I think a lot of people overuse martyrdom too early, and they end up losing the game because of it.
And it's definitely one of those things where it's such a powerful thing where you're just like, I can force that guy to stay on his feet for as long as I can.
It's real easy on turn 2 or 3 to be like, I'm martyrdom, lol, 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 lol. You just keep doing it, and you're like, nothing's dead. Oh, I've got 2 hitboxes left. And then suddenly you're not alive. You've lost the game. Brian is calculating in exactly when and how he martyrdoms. So the stones are activating. They're going to teleport Getorix.
Bazap! Getorix is going to eat himself some fools. Let's do a real quick drawing of what that Exemplar's face looks like when Getorix shows up. The Getorix arrives.
All right, so Getorix is in place after being teleported. Brian rolling random dice for the walls. Has he taken a focus off any of the racks this game?
No.
No, he hasn't. Could, though. They could have just been a 1-point filler, maybe. Although, if... Just take a mechanic instead.
A mechanic? You could.
What are you doing?
That's the face. I just explained this. Get in the game, Hungerford. That's the face of that Exemplar when Getorix just magically appears in front of him.
Is that what you've been doing the whole time? I was watching the game. And
oh, yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't looking at your screen with the telestration.
Well, whose fault is that?
Oh, God, you're a monster. So Kruger is checking control area. Everything's looking pretty good. They are going to measure the book range to Kruger.
Making sure that Kruger can do his thing.
Yeah, Kruger's like, I can cast spells, y'all.
He can certainly do that. He can also shoot lightning.
He's going to spend...
So we got 3 for
Storm
Storm
Wall. Okay, so Storm Wall's up. Don't shoot me, bros. Spending 1 to heal the Stalker. Get him back up to fully functional.
All right.
Camping 3.
So it should take Kruger to the end of his activation here. Green Croak Raiders going next.
All right, so Croak Raider unit top is going. They're going to walk up. They're going to set some stuff on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
See where those shots are going. Quick advance up. The models on Brian's side have definitely been dwindled down by these flaming darts.
Shooting an Avenger. Looks like the first one
Yep.
hit with an oil. Second one hit with a spear.
Yep.
And
that will
enough to
bring
get
out
him
a
down.
martyrdom.
Yep, martyrdom. Took 3 points of damage from the martyrdom.
Keep that Avenger going.
But he's oiled and on fire.
He's glistening. Like he belongs in the front of a romance novel.
Oh, like
on
Ride
a
the
flaming
Lightning?
steed. That's a little different. There was no fire on that one. But yes.
There was fiery passion.
I mean, basically, he has taken off his armored breastplate at this point to reveal his rippling muscles that are oiled and burning.
Oh, God.
And he's going to gallop in and save himself a frog lady.
Oh, God. So between turkey giblets, you drawing nonsense on the screen.
Turkey giblets, griffin giblets. Griffin giblets,
yeah.
sir. I said carve it like a turkey. It's different.
Ugh.
All right. So we see another attack roll being made here. Flaming dart.
Flaming darts. This is from the Croaks at the
oil.
bottom. Got a fire token out on him, but didn't do enough to kill him.
So Gorak's going to go next. He's going to shimmy over a little bit.
Yep.
Get back in this game. Let's see if he can primal Getorix, and he will.
Yeah, he's in that range, though. Yeah, there's no way that's 6 inches. So the Gorax just advances a little bit. So the Gorax was forced for 2 to cast primal, but wasn't in range, so.
Yep. And you saw them using that laser sight to check line of sight because of the big scrum in the middle. There are a lot of different targets that were going on there.
Bret's considering his next move.
Yeah.
Got a nice little crowd.
Getorix going to eat some fools. Getorix still has yet to go. Stalkers, a couple Stalkers left. Orange Croaks are now going to take their turn.
So the Croaks on the bottom part of the screen, they're going to go. Looks like a charge order, actually. Yep. So 2 of them charge. Looks both towards Roven. The other ones are all just running around. So looks like we're going to get 2 melee attacks in on Roven.
Little hand weapon action. Given their Rat 6, trying to throw into combat is definitely not a great option.
Twitch chat just mentioned who won the LCQ. Chris Green playing Crix, I believe.
See a stab, a connection, and Roven goes to meet his maker. And no one has gone in the pool.
Not yet.
Just in case you were wondering.
Not yet.
And no one's going to go in that pool.
Not yet.
All right. All right. So you see 5 points to 5 happening on the Reckoner there. 6 points to 1. Next attack attacks. Connects, 1 point to 4. Buys an attack. Megalith is beating on that Reckoner. 5 to 4, buys another attack. Hits. 5 more points to 6. That Reckoner's starting to get real wrecked.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's a wrecked Reckoner.
All right. Maxed out on Fury. Reckoner still standing. Beat up, but still standing.
All right. Looks like both the arms in that Reckoner are out, though.
So Getorix is activating
All
next.
right, he's going to start swinging his big axe. So we're going to see a swing on an Exemplar. Yeah, he hits. That'll murder that Exemplar.
Yep.
No martyrdom, field promote. See another axe attack on Gaius. Connects.
Martyrdom.
Martyrdom
3 more
goes
points
up.
of damage. Those last 2 martyrdoms have been rough.
Yeah. See if we get another attack here. So there's 9 points left on the Harbinger. See, swinging again on Gaius.
And
see another martyrdom.
Another 3. Ooh, 6 points left on Harbinger.
Oof. All right, this time
he's just like, yep, you're dead.
Gaius can go.
Harbinger's
go
like,
away.
honey, I don't love you that much. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a hole the size of a hubcap in my chest right now. So you gotta die.
All right. Martyr again. Ooh, it's getting dangerous for 1.
1. Okay. So it should be down to 5 boxes if
Yep.
that counts correct.
Yep. Getorix is done. Goku runs.
The Stalker fighting the Seneschal. Looks like he's just gonna tear into him.
Just gonna swing at him. Doesn't really have a whole lot of other options there. So,
So claws first. Pouch.
Checked martyrdom range real quick there. And nothing.
So Seneschal is technically dead by an attack by the Stalker.
And that should be everything on Bret's side. So that will kill the Seneschal.
Yep. And
No one else died around him.
all right, Brian. You're in a tough spot,
Fire.
man. What you got? Fire does not go out on the Venger, and he martyrdoms for 1. Harbinger down to 4 boxes.
Oh, wow. All right, so the Harbinger not in a spot to
All right. Oh, so Fire went out on the Venger. I'm sorry. Fire did not go out on. It must have been that errant at the bottom of the screen. So that's what the martyrdom came from. Fire just went out on the oiled up Venger.
4 points left. We just got a call for Kenny Loggins to come in because the Harbinger is in the danger zone.
Oh my God. Normally I'm the ridiculous one on commentary, but you've just totally taken over that role today. Good. We'll start arguing about DuckTales and Top Gun soon enough, I'm sure.
There's no argument. We've already solved that argument. You lost.
DuckTales wins.
No, that's not where that's not where it wound up.
Even the song is so appropriate for this matchup. Life is like a hurricane. And see how that's the name of Kruger's feet, dog? You see how it all lines up?
Sure.
It's meant to be.
It's meant to be?
Life is like a hurricane here in Signar. I don't know the rest of the lyrics from that point.
I told you to brush up, man. All right, so Brian, considering his turn, definitely in the tank. Put him in the tank.
Lightning Time Lords, steam trains, it's a spell
that's
blur.
pretty good. You got to start writing this down. I mean, it's protected under parity. So there's the tank. There's some bubbles in the tank. Bloop, bloop, bloop. He's leaning out of the tank now. He's taking his turn.
All right, so Brian's allocated his focus. Choir's advancing. I imagine this is going to be battle.
I would expect so. See that devout. He's got to get some work done.
Yeah, looks like battle's going up.
Battle flies out. Reckoner. I think the Reckoner's missing both arms, right?
All right, so Kel
taking some shots.
Yeah.
Shots.
Double shoots some croaks right off the table.
He just used one bullet for that.
Oh, that was a single bullet?
Yeah, he shot
went clean through both of them?
No. He shot the first croak, and that caused that croak to like fall back and stab his friend in the eye with his flaming dart.
No, it's a single bullet.
As he was like
clean
taking
through both of their heads like the Deadpool trailer.
No. He wasn't lined up on that. There was no angle for that.
There
man.
was.
There was no angle for that.
If you'd have been telestrating actual things and not faces on the screen, you'd have noticed that bullet was perfectly lined up.
Maybe he caught them both as they were ribbiting, croaking into the night. The croakening, if you will.
Oh, my God.
You must fear the croakening.
Commentating with you gives me a migraine. I can feel myself dying.
We get you some griffin giblets.
Ugh.
All right, so we see the Covenant activating.
Took a free strike.
Yeah, they don't care.
They like Ancient Shroud.
They got
boys.
Ancient Shroud. They're fine with it. See,
yep, no spells goes up.
Just trying to shut down any kind of Animire Kruger nonsense.
So, Harbinger's activating. She's guiding hand to the Exemplar Knights.
She's kind of fatty for. She heals for 6, leaving her with no focus.
Heals for 6, goes back up to 10. And she's just going to hang out where she's at. She's like, I'm super happy.
Yeah,
with his effigy of valor.
She has a giant statue. There is a giant statue in front of her.
So those errants are going to charge?
Oh, they're going to charge. They're going to charge all day long.
Martyrs.
Yeah,
look at that. That's delicious.
You want to do this? We do this all day.
Yeah.
All day.
I need to come up with the rest of that lyrics for the Signar DuckTales.
For the Signar DuckTales? You could just sing the regular DuckTales song.
I barely know the lyrics to that.
That's not true. You sing that all the time.
I do.
All the time. I think that's all you do. You go home at night, you watch DuckTale reruns.
No, I watch Fraggle Rock.
On YouTube. Fraggle Rock was horrible.
Oh, you're the worst. So 3 charges on Getorix, 1 on the Stalker. That first one, I believe, was on...
This one...
That's on Getorix.
Yep.
So 10 damage.
Holy cow.
To the 6.
That's a big one.
Second attack hits.
Yep. Getorix takes...
looks about
4
5.
more.
Yeah. Third attack hits, and 11 points. Getorix is barely holding on. Looks like 2 boxes left.
Whew.
The other one over there on the Stalker, guided hand, giving them those additional die to hit. Hits just barely, rolling a 7, needing a 7.
So 10 more points from that hit. Those errants are getting it done. They were angry. They're so angry. So right now it looks like the Stalker's down to about 5 boxes left in his body.
Oh, Saxon Orc's activating. What's he going to do?
Come on, Orc.
Do it.
Do something.
Do it, boy. Charge
Do
Getrix.
something.
Dude, charge Getrix.
Charge Getrix for the win
The skinning
with
knife.
the skinning knife.
I'm gonna tear you up, you giant werewolf
He's
thing.
going to get himself some werewolf giblets.
Oh, God.
Get those werewolf giblets.
They're all tough and
Get 'em.
chewy. Yes.
Yeah.
He charges Getrix.
That's what they call worm wall oysters right there.
He hits?
Yeah.
No, he missed with the charge, and he missed with both.
Oh, Saxon, why did we hire you?
So Saxon Orc goes in and does nothing
The
like
Harbinger
a chump.
immediately regrets her decision on this.
But got the
We see the
Avengers.
Avenger going to finish this off.
Yeah, he's going to
try for it.
All right, don't screw it up, Jim.
All right.
He hits.
And
And yep,
that'll murder Getrix.
Boom goes the dynamite.
So no worry about the giant horned werewolf anymore. Sure, Saxon Orc will take the credit for it because that's just how he is.
Reckoner activates. He's moving up. He's going to kill himself a megalith and probably, hopefully, a stone, too, if I had to guess. So he's got no focus on him. So I have to imagine that when all the beating he took last time.
I think both his arms are out.
I think the cortex is out, too.
I mean, he might have movement left, maybe?
We'll find out.
It looks like on that card, maybe he's got. That card just looks full to me.
He has like a box of hull left.
Like something.
All right, so he's attacking the stone. He's
So
only got
one die.
Yeah, rolls a 6, just kills it.
Murders it.
Just
Like,
hey,
I don't need this. Bam.
enjoy life.
I'll break stones all day.
So yeah, that's all he had. He's busted up.
Checking some line of sight here.
He must have like only movement left.
Probably. I got some legs.
Oh, is that 2 focus on the Devout who's battled?
Oh yeah.
It
That's
is.
2 focus on the Devout. Yeah.
All right, so
He's not messing around.
the Exemplar Errants
Yep.
are charging.
Trying to get rid of this megalith.
Yep.
Turn him into a bag of gravel.
Got one Exemplar with an actual charge, one that does not have it.
That's a 4?
It's Megalith. It hits.
Yeah.
That dude's like
I
def,
couldn't tell if it was a 3 or a
def
4.
2.
Def 2?
Yeah, def nothing.
I'd go with def 10. Just
Charge
to
attack
be fair.
does a mess of damage. 12 to the
Jeez.
5, which, yeah, Megalith is gone.
Wow.
Just,
He
hey,
wanted it.
I'm a guy with a sword. You're a rock monster. Go to hell.
Rock monsters go to hell?
Yeah, go to hell, rock monster.
Oh, I see. You and your monster thing, man. It's just a moving statue. It's not a monster.
It's a monster. It's like they're made out of like stone and blood.
And wood. There's
Yeah,
wood in
but
there.
there's blood rituals involved.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Only on the good ones.
That was Megalith. He was named. He's
like-
a good one.
Like the generic wolves of the world are made without blood.
Okay, so the Devout, Spell Barriered, Harbinger, and Ran. So he's like...
He's just getting in there.
Yeah, he's got like, I've got all these croaks I have to kill.
Except he's not going to kill them. He's just running at them.
And
He's just tying them up. He's like, deal with me now. He doesn't want the Harbinger to get flaming darted to death.
Brian ships the turn. It's back to Bret. Bret is gathering all his fury.
Kruger cuts for 1, for 2.
We see Chili holding his phone up and taking a photo. Just took it. I bet he's tweeting it currently on his Twitter.
Taking a selfie.
Who took a selfie going forward?
But first, let me take a selfie. Quick measurement on Kruger's control range.
Yep, Kruger's like, well, time to TK forward, charge Harbinger, and lose the game.
So Harbinger has no focus on her. That's
yeah.
actually not a terrible move if you can get the line of sight to her, which
Dude,
I
it's like,
don't
what?
think is possible.
2 free strikes at minimum.
One from a Reckoner that has no arms.
If it
has a bunch of gimp arms just hanging by like
Yeah,
one
2
servo.
Exemplar.
If he swings too hard, that arm's going to fly off and hit himself in the face.
It's going to
He's gonna
fly
do the
off
last
on
point.
top of Kruger's corpse
No,
and throw him
no.
into the pool.
Kruger's got this. You got transfers there too. So we see some shots at the Exemplar. Boost the hit from Una. So throwing her birds again.
Yeah, these are going to
Boosting
be
damage. That will take care of that Exemplar.
Yep.
Freeing up that Stalker.
Yeah, the other one. Man, Una's just been sitting back there like a machine gun, throwing ravens into people's throats nonstop. She's
Sure,
killed like what?
yeah.
This is like 7th model.
Yeah, she's been doing work. She's been doing work. Her bird's dead now, though, so she's only got one more round before she kills herself in the process. And yet there's that pool completely empty still.
Well, we got time. We got time.
All right.
Twitch chat is determining whether or not Mordekar is actually dead.
Well, I mean, he got eaten by the worm.
He got eaten by
the
freaking
devourer worm.
Just straight up ate him.
Devoured him.
Is he fine? What is that? What was that noise? What does it mean?
That was my non-committal, I'm not telling you noise.
I mean, I know if he's dead or not.
No, you don't. You have no idea. I mean, you could say something and then everyone would know the answer because you'd be wrong.
Oh, right.
Because you're wrong 100% of the time.
I haven't been wrong so far.
Really? Because I don't think anyone's in that pool. I'm pretty sure nobody's in that pool.
I guarantee you, by the time this stream ends, there will be a model standing in that shallow water.
Are you going to run over there and just put a model in it?
You damn right I am.
You're just going to get over there and just
you
be like,
I won't?
I believe that you will. So you see Croak Raiders.
Yep. They're all aiming.
So they're going to try to take out that book.
Yeah.
The Covenant of Menoth.
So they just hit it, and they're automatically doing a point of damage. You can see Brian's just counting down the damage. Ancient Shroud, one at a time.
Keep doing it. Now he's got to be careful here because though it's on a large base, line of sight's going to be tricky to it because that Stalker's in the way. So he got a couple points on it. Now he's throwing at Exemplars on the hill. Checking for Martyrdom.
Well, he's checking for Awe to see if he's getting the negatives to hit. I mean, that dude's definitely in Martyrdom.
On fire.
Going to the Reckoner. Yeah.
That must be the Exemplar Officer, the Errant Officer?
Yep.
It's the wounds.
This was an oil that got thrown at the Reckoner.
Sploosh.
Oiled up everybody. Now throwing some more Exemplars, some more flaming darts. Hits, and looks like the Reckoner is now, as you said earlier,
is a wreck.
Go ahead and get it out of your system.
I reckon that Reckoner's wrecked. I mean, to be fair, he was playing Reconnaissance.
No, he wasn't. There's nothing scouty about that. Don't do the Michael Plummer puns, okay? Only Plum can do those. That's his shtick.
But we all want to be Plummer. Inside, we all want to be Michael Plumbers.
I do not.
Here comes the Gorax. Going to eat the book. He doesn't like to read.
Yo.
He's like, what do you got there, son?
Literacy makes me angry.
That's right.
I'm going to punch these pages till I can stop feeling feelings. Yeah.
And there goes the book. Covenant of Menoth is destroyed. Ripped apart by a Gorax.
Yep.
They're so smelly. Those are giblets you don't want to eat.
Can you imagine like they're trying to explain to Severius after the fight, like, where's the Covenant of Menoth?
Yeah, we lost it.
Yeah.
We lost it.
We lost it in the battle. How? Well, boss, you see, this raging monster just came up and screamed something about illiteracy and started beating it to death.
He can't talk. He's
just singing the Reading Rainbow song, raging out, just punching pages. A, B, C.
See an advance happening from the Blackclad.
Blackclad, yep. Defensive strike from the Devout.
Uh-oh.
It misses like a boss.
Devout, why you done me wrong? Here comes that rock spray. Oh, that's a sweet line.
Everybody in the club just got sprayed by rocks.
It's not everybody, but it's,
hey,
it's a lot of people in the ball pit.
It's Chili's head.
And his back.
And his back. You bring the bodies, we bring the game. Bye, Chili.
All right. So we got some rocks being fired in the ball pit. Quick check for Awe. Looks like he's in.
Yep.
So he'll be suffering -2 to these rolls.
All right, so going to the Devout first. So we're just going to see a line of attacks. Looks like he missed the Devout, and we'll know what models die based on what these guys do.
Hits the Exemplar. Spray against the other Errants. Doing some damage rolls here. So no kills.
No kills. Couple hits, but a little bit of damage. No kills, no martyrdoms.
So Blackclad not doing his job.
He set up something awesome and then just failed to deliver.
Well, to be fair, with his magic in trying to grab onto the rocks, he's grabbing onto the balls in the ball pit. I mean, you get hit in the face with a ball from a ball pit pretty hard before it even leaves a mark.
Oh, have you ever tried this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've winged balls at people all day.
Fair enough. At their face.
Yeah, at their face.
Okay.
They just kind of patter off.
Hey, Tony, our video guy, do we have the explicit tag on our stream that says it's for adults only? Because if not, man, you need to put that up right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about ball pits. They're just the colorful plastic balls that you play in. that you lovingly play in.
Nope.
You
We're done.
cover yourself in these wonderful toy balls.
I'm gonna call the action. That's what I'm gonna do.
You can spin around in them. You
So
can bury yourself in these balls.
The Croak Raiders are advancing and taking some shots. Guarantee.
What other kind of shots are they taking?
Are you drunk? Did you just do a ton of tequila shots before this started?
Oh, no, I would never drink tequila.
Oh, we went over this yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's not me.
All right, more Croak Raider shots. Doing
shots.
Attacks. More Croak Raider attacks.
You'll slip up again. It'll happen.
Not anymore. Exemplar dead.
Yep. Gets shot in the face with a flaming dart.
And a flaming dart hit him and dealt damage.
It dealt damage, yes.
Which is a hard one to make. He has the wreck marker and he's on a hill.
I don't think he was within 1 inch for the cover, though.
He absolutely was. He was in base contact with it. All right, so Kruger went. He's healing the Warpwolf Stalker for 2 because that guy got jacked up.
I think you just got the comment that will make your day, and that we've just been compared to Lawler and JR.
Oh yeah,
the WWE.
Yeah, it's a slobber knocker. You guys start screaming puppies at the top of your lungs and see what happens.
Puppies?
Yeah, I'll explain later.
Please don't.
I will. So Kruger healed the Stalker, flew over, primaled the Stalker.
Yep.
Stalker's clearly going to go do things this turn.
Stalker's very angry.
Stalker's going to run forward past turn and leave.
Shifting
stones are going to teleport Goku.
Teleport Goku. Oh, we got to power him up again. It's time to power up Goku.
Wait for him to teleport, just like Goku did.
I'm going to warp for strength.
Clawing Avenger. I think that was a hit. Avenger is dead.
Avenger gets murdered.
Oh, he didn't warp strength. He warped berserk? I thought he warped strength. I must have misheard. He's probably too busy with your nonsense.
What?
Nothing.
My nonsense.
Boosting to hit.
See a shot again. Swing and death.
Saxon Orc is dead.
Poor Saxon. He didn't really do anything all game,
in front of him. Murders him.
And that will take care of that exemplar.
Yeah, just making
sure that he doesn't have to replace, and he doesn't. That'll clear that out. Although that Stalker's going to get real angry next turn.
If we're really going to do this like JR and the King, we have to start yelling the players' names 3 times when they do something awesome. We're like, Brian White, Brian White, Brian White. Good God. He's beating him like a government mule.
Like a government mule, huh? You would make a good JR.
The Stalker is warping for Berserk and just walking up and like, hey everybody. Why did he prime? Oh, the Devout's untouched. That's right. So he just wants to make sure that thing's dead.
So here it comes. Swinging. Quick check on the line of sight there.
So starting off with a swing into the Devout with a sword.
So boosted a hit roll.
Yep.
Connects. Does a little bit of damage. Looks like he's not quite in the back arc of the Devout. They checked it. I didn't see where it was. I don't know if he gets the shield bonus or not.
Oh, he's clawing into the Exemplar. Looks like he missed. So he's going to buy a sword. I imagine into the Devout. No. Oh, no, the Devout's gone. So attacking the Exemplar.
The Devout is done.
Bret Fogel. Bret Fogel. Bret Fogel. It's a slobber knocker.
I think they just replaced it with a proxy so far, didn't they? Or is he murdering other things?
Why would he pick it up?
I don't know.
It's like, I'm going to replace
Why did he put it on the table right next to it?
Oh.
Like, take it off the table.
It's really close to the pool.
You're really hoping he's putting it in the pool, aren't you? Did you pay him off? Or are you like, look, this is what I need you to do. Regardless of what happens here, I need you to put something in that pool. Don't go over there. Stay here.
I'm going to. In a bit. Before this stream ends, there's going to be a model in that pool. This isn't
going to happen. All right. So Brian starting his turn, rolling for some fire. Fire stays.
I think the Devout lived through
Burns
that.
a fool.
I
I'm telling you, it's there. That Devout had taken no damage. He got one swing with the sword. There's no way he one-shotted it.
I agree. I think the Devout's still there. I just don't know why he put down the proxy base.
Maybe so that he could move around. So martyrdom, so the Exemplar doesn't die to the fire.
Okay, so clearly the Devout's still there because he just gave it focus. You can't give focus to a proxy base.
You can't?
No.
It's a proxy base. Clearly you can. All right. The Devout's got some work to do. Here we go. Brian coming in. Hot and heavy. Still at 0 CPs on both sides. Neither players tried to take out their objectives.
Choir walks up, battles the Devout.
Mm-hmm. Devout's real angry. The one stalker that is engaged in the Devout.
Okay,
Black
so
Side
shield the
Wayfarer
Wayfarer,
shields.
and the Wayfarer is...
Squished? Squished?
Sure.
Tell me it's squished. So Wayfarer's dead.
Taking the halberd on the stalker. Looks like he hits.
Why
His
wouldn't
plus
you?
strength 15, dice off 2, and 8.
That'll do.
Yeah, I'll just get him off the table.
All right, you got 3 focus left, Brian. What do you want to do with it? Kill some frogs.
Hits a frog.
We're gonna have some frog legs tonight.
Oh.
Just call that Devout Doc Hopper.
What?
You never seen the Muppet movie, son? Doc
No.
Hopper. He chases Kermit halfway across the world.
Which Muppet movie? There was a whole
The
bunch of
Muppet movie.
Just the Muppet
The
movie?
Muppet movie. The
No.
first one.
No.
The Muppet movie.
Been a long time, dog.
Doc Hopper.
Do you have it right now at the hotel?
No.
We can go watch it tonight.
I don't travel with the Muppet movie.
What
I got it
kind
on Netflix, though. We watch it on Netflix. You and I can Netflix and chill, dog.
Oh, don't go there. Oh, if you weren't my boss, the things I could say. But you'll fire me. So Devout killed a bunch of things. Couldn't kill the guy behind him, though. Because you can't see behind
you. A little hard to do. He's got some exemplars to clean that up, though. So we got a book burning gore axe. Book eating gore axe, excuse me. Book eating gore axe.
There you go. Looks like that.
All right, words to make me
Exemplar's
smart.
going after Goku.
Yep.
That's a miss. Brian, you're running out of models, but not time.
He
Bret,
has all the
you've
time
got
in the world
all
at this
the models, but no time. Who will win? Twitch chat just said, so Netflix and chill, War Machine and Tilt. That is amazing.
War Machine and Tilt.
Okay, so let's see. Next Door Yeti, user on Twitch. You are amazing, sir. Or ma'am. War Machine and Tilt.
So Gorax gets shot.
By
Shot.
Kel. Do a little damage. 2
It's
points, picking his branch because Kel gets to do that.
That'll take out the spirit. Oh, mind, excuse me. Mind is out. Harvey checking.
Oh, Harvey.
Is she going in there?
What are you doing, girl?
She's going to cataclysm.
What are you
Cataclysm?
doing, girl?
I don't think it's a cataclysm. She has that other spell too, right?
That other spell
Yeah.
too.
So she pulls from the rack.
Here we go.
Here it comes. Cataclysm! Brian White! Brian White!
Is that a foreign object? Good God, he broke him in half. Look at that dice roll.
That was a sweet dice roll right there.
He's got a family, you son of a bitch.
Didn't quite do the trick though.
Nope. Oh wait, so what? Harbinger's sitting on what?
Harbinger's sitting on nothing, and right there. But you have to remember that stalker is going to frenzy this turn.
Oh, that's
because
right.
it was primal,
Okay.
so it was a pretty safe move.
I was real curious for a second what had
It
just
was,
happened.
it was a pretty safe move right there. He knows.
Well, as it turns out, Brian White's a very good player.
Yeah, he knows
And
what's going on.
wasn't doing
he
dumb
hasn't
things.
spent half this game screwing around. All right, so that stalker basically just eats that poor exemplar's face completely.
All right, betting time. Who's going to win the game?
Betting time. Who's going to win the game?
Who's going to win the game? Call it. Make a choice. Commit to something.
I'm calling Brian.
Calling Brian?
I think based on the current positioning of where the Harbinger is, the fact that he's out the Stalker's activation this turn, I think Brian has a solid shot.
How's he win?
Ooh, how does he win?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think the Harbinger just goes in and cleans it all up herself. All of it.
A bold choice,
all
sir.
of it.
Okay.
Just every last thing.
Well, because I don't want to agree with you.
So in all seriousness, I think, well, one, Brian is way up on time.
Yeah.
So there's a very strong chance that he wins there. I also think that Devout is going to give those Croak Raiders a bit of a hard time. I think so. It hasn't taken a lot of damage, and we'll see what happens here. He could always spike his dice rolls. And the Harbinger is sitting on enough health to do enough martyrdoms to keep those last exemplars in the game, which, let's be honest, they can get a lot of work done too.
Okay.
So we're going to see Bret try to take out the objective to grab a CP, and then likely go into Dominate to put himself up by 3, which put him in a strong contention. That said, it's going to put Kruger also within striking distance of at least something.
So are you ready for my prediction?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Bret wins on the scenario with less than 3 minutes left.
Less than 3 minutes left. All right, well, there we go.
But these players are better than we are, so they will surprise us either way.
Kruger's also got that sweet ranged attack. So objective's gone.
All right.
Harbinger's now revealed.
Bret immediately scores 1 CP.
Maybe we just see Kruger fly in there and shoot her in the face with lightning.
Why would Bret do that?
Look what he's measuring right now.
He's not going to do that.
Look what he's measuring.
He's measuring to see if he can kill the guy that's holding him from scoring any points in the zone right now. He's not going to put Kruger all up in an assassination.
Those frog people are like right in his face, man.
There's no point.
Right into his face. Brian just told Bret he's fallen into his trap. There's a plan here at work, man.
We'll see.
It's devious.
Brian's manager. Sack strike from the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, here comes Sack strike.
Bam.
Failed
to kill.
That exemplar is holding it out.
I mean, Harbinger's got a martyrdom until she can't martyrdom anymore, right? That's all she can do.
Probably song there.
What?
See, what you don't know is that Brian's manager is going to come out, distract the refs, and he's going to use an illegal chokehold to win this match.
That would be amazing. If all of a sudden we just see like Fogel gets spun around and it gets power bombed through the table.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And you're see AK like take a chair to the head.
Why? I like all these guys. I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. He's getting knocked out.
All right, Kruger's up there. Looks like he boosting to hit a shot on that exemplar.
Here it comes. Just really trying to get rid of that guy.
Boosting damage.
And
they're calling game.
That's game.
Yeah, that was a win by assassination on the Harbinger.
So
yeah, he just walked up and shot her to death.
Neither prediction quite right. But you got the play right.
Hold on, Tony, don't change it.
Don't change it. You better hold it. All right, well, if we could switch back to the commentators really quick so we can wrap this thing up. There we go. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for the Warmachine Weekend 2015 Iron Gauntlet live stream.
Tony.
Nah, you missed it. You missed it, sir.
Tony.
I'm Will Shick.
Tony, put it back.
This is Will Hungerford.
Tony, go back to the pool.
We appreciate all you guys joining us.
Tony,
Tune in tomorrow as we finish out for the Warmachine Weekend Invitational. We'll be doing the last 3 rounds up to the finals of that match. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'm Will Shick. This is Batten for Zero Will Hungerford. We'll see you tomorrow.